Annie Farget and Marshall Thompson. Created by Jess Oppenheimer. Brought to you by Post, makers of Post 10s. 10 little bit better reasons for breakfast. Post 10s.
Mrs. Giovanna.
Here.
Mr. Kroenig.
Here.
Mr. Populus.
Here.
Mrs. Smith.
Here.
And Mrs. Spiegelman.
Present.
Now the United Nations will please come to order.
Mr. Wentz. Mr. Wentz.
Vance, Mrs. Spiegelman. It's Vance, not Wance. Now, we've worked several months on those V's and W's. Please don't disappoint me now.
Sorry, I slip up. My question, Mr. Vance, is what is this word on the blackboard, Valedictorian?
I was just coming to that, and it's valedictorian.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wentz. So what is the word?
The valedictorian is the person from this class who will be chosen to make a speech telling about our work at the end of the term ceremonies Friday night. Now, I've narrowed this down to the 5 students with the best grades. Mr. Kroenig, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. Spiegelman, Mr. Populus, and Mrs. Giovanna. Now, the class will vote, but first each of you may briefly tell us why you feel you're qualified.
No,
Quiet, not all at once. Quiet, please. Let's take this one at a time. Mrs. Giovanna, we'll hear from you first.
Sure.
Face the class, please.
Sure. Like I say, I'm qualified because I speak good and I speak strong. I come from a nation.
Nation, not nation. Pronounce all the syllables, Mrs. Giovanna.
Sure, teach. A nation famous for great speaker. Anna Magnani, Gina Lollobrigida, Harry Como, and Dino Martino. So, you elect me, eh? Un'italiana. Grazie.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Populus.
Oh, yes, sir. My friends, to make a speech, must have first something up here. Brains is for thinking, thinking is for talking, and talking is for speech. I got it up here. Me Populus, your man. Evcharisto.
And now, Mrs. Smith.
Thank you, Mr. Vance. I'm very much flattered to be a candidate for this honor. I don't know how good I will do it, but, if I'm lucky enough to be chosen, chosen, I will do my best to be of credit to our class. Merci.
Very good. Now, Mr. Kroenig.
Oh, jawohl. König kommt. What is the important thing by us here? We want our class should make a big impression. Mr. Populus here, he's too small. A poop squeak. So, we want a man. König is a man. Second, we want a leader. König is a leader. And in the last place, we want König in the first place. Aha. You still want to speak?
Not a question. Classmates. My darling classmates. A fancy speaker, it's true I ain't. But when I talk, it's from here.
Yeah, in the stomach.
No, the heart, Mr. Sauerkraut. So, I may not be a master of electrocution, but...
Elocution.
Electrocution is right. She's killing the English language.
But believe you me, it would be by me sincerity. Thank you.
Well, there are your candidates, and now we'll see who will be elected our speaker. Now, all those for Mrs. Giovanno, please raise your hand. One vote for Mrs. Giovanno. Now those for Mr. Populus. One vote for Mr. Populus. And now those for Mr. Kroenig. One vote for Mr. Kroenig.
What, that's all? Mother, you walk home tonight.
And now those for Mrs. Spiegelman. Well, 2 votes for Mrs. Spiegelman. And now for our last candidate, Mrs. Smith. Well, it looks as though Mrs. Smith is elected our valedictorian. Congratulations, Mrs. Smith.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You have made me very, very much happy. Thank you. As we come to the end of our school term, our hearts are filled with...
Angel, I'd like to meet an old friend of mine from Chicago, Hank Thorpe.
Well, glad to meet you, Angel.
How do you do, Mr. Uncle Thorpe?
Unc Sorp.
Hank Thorpe.
No, don't correct her. I love that Unc Sorp.
Well, Hank's here on business for a few days, and he's got a golf game with some clients tomorrow, so I'm going to loan him my clubs. Come on in, Hank. Sit
Well,
down, sit
thanks,
down.
thanks.
Oh, of course. You must stay for dinner. Oh, I have not planned something, so you will have to take the chance on, how you say that? On the lucky pot.
Lucky pot.
She means potluck.
Oh, that's priceless. Well, I sure would like to take a chance on your lucky pot. But darn it, I've got to have dinner with my clients tonight.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
How about a drink, Hank?
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Well, Angel, how long have you been in this country?
Oh, let me think. I meet Johnny in January. Yes, and then in June or July, I came to...
No, go on, keep on talking. It's great.
Well, tell me about you. What business do you do?
Oh, well, the business I do is I travel for a company that handles bulldozers, tractors, skip loaders, cat loaders.
Cat loaders?
Yeah, here. Here's the outfit I work for.
Oh,
Well, go on, read it.
I did.
Out loud. Go on.
The Illinois Supplico.
What's the big laugh, huh?
Oh, Johnny, this wife of yours is a riot. Go on, tell Johnny the outfit I work for. No, you tell him.
Johnny can read.
Well, yeah, but that'll spoil it. You tell him.
The Illinois Supplico.
Oh, honey, that's the Illinois Supply Company.
That must not be much of a company than the machinery to carry cats in.
Carry cat?
She means cat loaders.
That's road building equipment.
Oh, man. Johnny, you're a lucky dog. Boy, this kid's a laugh a minute. And the way she talks, wow!
So happens she talks very well. As a matter of fact, she's been chosen to give the valedictory speech at her school Friday night.
She's going to give a speech?
Well, that's right.
Oh, this I gotta hear. Listen, can you get me a ticket or sneak me in somewhere? Boy, I can't miss this.
Well,
If you would excuse me. I have a pot roasting in the oven. I'm roasting a pot. Potting a roast. Cooking a what post? A pot.
Oh, Johnny, you got a gem.
Yeah, well, go easy, though, Hank. She's sensitive about the way she talks.
Thanks a lot, Johnny.
Yeah, sure, you bet. Have a good game.
Yeah.
Right. Honey, don't let anything he says bother you. I mean, he's just...
He's right. I talk funny.
Oh, no, you don't. He's just a rough guy that was trying to compliment you in his own crude way. Now, actually, he's...
He was laughing at me the whole time.
Oh, he was not.
Now that I think of it, the other people, they laugh at me too.
Oh, no, they don't.
Yes, the market, they sometimes laugh, and I used to think it was because I have said something funny.
Oh,
but now I can see it is because of how I talk.
Now, listen, darling, you've got to send...
And I would die if that awful friend of you, that cat loader man, comes to hear my speech.
Well, don't worry. I've taken care of that. He won't be there laughing at you. It'll just be your classmates.
Laughing at me, you mean?
No. I just meant that...
You're right.
No,
I
honey,
never
listen.
thought of that before.
Oh, no, wait a minute, Angel. You got this all mixed up.
Now I see why they laughed at me. So they could get a big laugh.
Oh, now, honey, you know that's not true.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, now, Angel, look, you got...
I'm nothing but a clown. Oh, Tommy. I should wear a funny hat.
Angel, you
And
got...
have a big red nose painted on.
Honey...
The world's richest coffee is now an instant coffee. New Instant U-Ban. Richest because, like famous ground U-Ban, it's blended with aged coffee beans, aged to peak flavor, like the best flavored foods. Rare vintage wine, the choicest cheese, the finest steak. The aged beans U-Ban adds to its blend are mellowed to a bronze richness before roasting. Most coffee beans are roasted still green. Good, but can't compare in richness. U-Ban, deep in flavor, dark in color, extravagantly delicious. The premium coffee of General Foods. Well worth a few extra pennies, because U-Ban adds to its blend aged coffee beans.
Deep, dark, delicious U-Ban.
Come on. This is heavy. Where do you want it?
Let's just put it down here behind the chair. Here.
Oh, okay.
Right down there.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of drastic, but I got to figure some way to get her confidence back.
Well, it might work. I'll just plug it in here.
If I can just get her voice on tape and let her listen, why, she'll be fine. Come on, hurry up before she gets home from school.
I can hardly believe she's taking it this big.
Oh, George, I'm telling you, she won't talk unless it's absolutely necessary.
Why can't that happen to my wife?
Where are we going to hide this mic?
Here. Wait a minute. Stick it in your pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, pull in your stomach.
Hey, what are you doing? Hey, that's cool.
See?
Yeah, they would...
Now, here we go.
How's this going to work? I can't... Whoa.
Sorry, I was standing on it.
Oh, you're a great help. If you did... Hi, honey. How are you?
Hi, George.
Hello, Annie.
Oh, well, why don't you sit down for a while, honey, and talk, huh?
I'm too tired. I go to sleep. You talk to George.
Oh, well, George was just leaving.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a bad attack of laryngitis. Well, good night, everybody.
Oh, well, he knew I wanted him out of here, honey, so I could talk to you. I've been reading your I'd love to hear it. Huh? Come on, just read it once through, huh? Just for me, huh? S'il vous plaît.
Well, all right.
Good. Good. Now, just pretend that I'm the audience.
If you are the audience, why don't you sit down?
Well, the house was so packed I couldn't find a seat. Well, just read the speech, honey. Come on.
Mr. Chairman, members of the faculty...
Just a little louder, honey. Speak right to my chest. Mr. Chairman, members of the faculty...
To your chest?
Well, yes, well, you're appealing to the heart, you see. It's an old speaking rule. Now, go ahead, come on.
Mr. Chairman, members of the faculty, and fellow Why are you tipping at me like that?
Well, it's just that I'm so interested in what you're saying. Now, go ahead. You were saying?
Mr. Chairman, members of the faculty, and fellow students of the adult preparatory education classes, as we come to the end of our school term, our hearts are filled with joie and...
Following you? Well, I can't hear you when you're walking around. If you just stand there and pick a spot, it'll help.
But everywhere I stand, you are standing there too.
Honey, don't pay any attention to me. Just go on with your speech now. You're doing fine.
And fellow... Come on, we both sit on the sofa.
Well,
What is that?
Well, you mean this wire? Well, it's,
What are you plugged into?
Let me explain what I was trying to do, honey.
Did you charge a tape recorder?
Yes, that's right. What I was trying to do is...
And you are hooked up.
No, wait, honey! Please, I just unplug it, would you? Look, I'm trying to get your voice
You
on...
have been taping me.
That's right. I'm trying to get your voice on tape so you could hear you... Ow! Hear yourself. You sound
I don't
wonderful.
want to hear myself.
Just sit down and listen. It's wonderful.
No.
Sit down.
No.
Stay there. Now, you listen. See, just rewind it here a bit. There we go. Here we go.
Mr. Chairman, member...
That is me.
I had it on the wrong speed. Here we go. All right, here we go. Speak right to my chest.
Mr. Chairman, members of the
That is
faculty...
me. Well, yes, you're appealing to the heart, you see. It's an old speaking rule. Now, go ahead. Listen.
Mr. Chairman, members of the faculty, and fellow Oh, no! Turn it down! Turn it down! Oh, no wonder they laugh. I'd be laughing too if I weren't crying.
Now, if there are any questions concerning the grades on these final test papers, Mrs. Smith?
No, it is not a question. It is something I would like to say to the class.
Ah, another speech.
Well, if it's important, go right ahead.
Well, Well, it's about tomorrow night. I cannot be the valedictorian.
What?
No, I feel I'm not qualified, and I think someone else would do it much better.
Absolutely right. I accept.
Mr. Wentz, in the departure of Mrs. Smith, I would be most willing to jump into her breeches.
No.
I'm very sorry that you made this decision, Mrs. Smith, but we will choose a successor by the same procedure as before. A simple show of hands, and we'll... Yes?
Excuse me, Mr. Vance. The principal would like to see you, sir.
Oh, thank you very much. Class, I'll be right back. You just go ahead and discuss the other candidates.
Koenig is taking charge here. You? Why should you take charge? Because I am the biggest. You know another? Maybe you got the muscles, big boy, but Populus has got it in the head. Oh, you got it in the head? Yes. Well, sit down before you get it in the nose. Punk! Koenig speaks. And what Koenig says is this. We don't fool around with elections no more. Instead, we make our good friend Koenig the valedictorian speech maker.
I say, and we do things American. We elect.
Right. Elect me, Populus.
Oh, we don't want you.
The best speakers in the whole world is Greek. Pericles is Greek, Socrates is Greek, and Demosthenes,
So you got Socrates and Demosthenes. But we got Marlene Dietrich. That's who we got.
And we got Cristoforo Colombo and Garibaldi.
So what's the matter with Moses? Einstein?
Stop this foolish talk!
And Eddie Fisher?
What way is this to us? All you do is argue about your ancestor. Why? You cannot vote for them. They cannot do nothing for you now. We write about equal rights, respect for others, democracy. Have you forgotten this so soon? Now, I did not want to make the speech because I was afraid that people would laugh at the way I talk. But now I can see it is not the way you talk that is important. It is what you say. And from what I've heard here tonight, I think this class does not deserve to be promoted tomorrow night.
This is Johnson's Paste Polish Shoe Shine Kit. We call it the Swell for Leather Shine in the Handy Dandy Kit. Here's why. Johnson's Shoe Shine Kit opens with a gentle twist, not with a coin or a thumbnail. Inside is the unique Johnson Sponge Applier, a generous supply of rich Johnson's Paste Polish, and even a high shine buffing cloth. You'll really appreciate the way that specially shaped applier lets you cover large areas quickly and evenly, gets into those hard-to-reach spots around the soles. And the Johnson's applier puts all the polish on the shoe, none on you. Rich Johnson's Paste Polish that penetrates, conditions, and buffs up beautifully to a lustrous, long-lasting shine. We think you'll take a shine to Johnson's Shoe Shine Kit in a can. It's one of a whole family of newer, cleaner, brighter shoe polishes from Johnson's Wax.
Angel, come on, hurry up. You're going to be late for your speech tonight.
Well, I didn't tell you. Well, I'm not giving a speech.
You've got to. You've been elected.
Well, last night I unelected myself.
What?
Yes. And then I said terrible things to the class, and, well, now I'm even too ashamed to go there.
Oh, now, honey.
No, I could never face them again. They hate me.
Hate you? Well, now, that's ridiculous. Who would ever hate you?
We came to see Mrs. Schmidt.
Who?
Mrs. Smith. usual. We've been trying to call you our whole day.
So we organized a committee to come and see if you was home.
Yes, and our friend, Senor Krennic, he's our superintendent.
You mean chairman, darling.
Oh, yes, my dear friend.
Talk, my friend Chairman.
Mrs. Schmidt, the little talk you gave by us last night, you hit on the nail of the head. You made of us ashamed of ourselves. So we stopped hollering on each other and we voted who should take your place. So we came here to tell you here who is the winner. May I have the envelope, please?
Don't suspend so much. Tell, please, the name.
I'm coming to it, my dear Frau Spiegelmann. The name is Mrs. Angel Schmidt.
Me?
Well, honey, congratulations. That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that is very nice. Thank you. Oh, I will get ready.
Oh, you're ready, Mrs. Two-time winner. You're hunky-dory.
Allow me. Allow me, Frau Schmidt. I mean, allow us. Shall we go?
My, such a lovely evening for our valedictorian speech.
Shall we, ladies?
Start your day with fresh corn flavor. Start your day with crackling flakes of corn.
Post Toasties, the corn flakes quick toasted to capture that fresh corn flavor. Post Toasties, fresh as a sunripe ear of corn.
A shooby-dooby-dooby-doo.
Flaked and quick toasted, golden and crisp, until each flake is so light it fairly floats into your bowl. That's why Post Toasties corn flakes come to breakfast crackling with flavor, crackling with fresh corn flavor.
Start your day a little bit better. Start your day with Post Toasties crackling fresh. Crackling fresh with fresh corn flavor. Better start out with the most. With the tasty golden flakes of corn, fresh from Post.
Angel has been brought to you by Post, makers of Post 10s. 10 little bit better reasons for breakfast. Post 10s. Don't miss the zany antics of Spike Jones and all the gang Monday night over most of these same stations.